Hello, my name is Ray. It is 9:19 a.m. Tuesday, the 6th of January. I'm in Sydney right now.
And my name's Babak, and it is 10:19 on Monday, the 5th of January, and I'm in London right now.
10:19 p.m.
PM.
Yeah, they would have figured that out, I guess.
Is that what I'm supposed? Is that how I'm meant to do these intro? Am I meant to come in after you and just say the time and the?
I guess so. I guess it's sort of meant to reflect, like, sort of juxtapose the actual intro that's coming up. So what you are listening to is the intro to our 24-hour podcast, Babak and Ray Have Nothing to Say, a podcast that we recorded all in one day, in one sitting. And you're listening to this because we have edited a few of the episodes, just taken out like a large pauses and umming and ahhing and a lot of, I didn't realize how much I sniffled. I sniffle a lot.
You sniffled just then.
No, but what we're doing right now, it sort of defeats the purpose of the podcast, really, because we kind of got together to record the whole thing in 24 hours because we thought we didn't have the discipline to catch up regularly to record a podcast. And now we are having to catch up regularly to record the intros to the intro of our 24-hour podcast.
This is how we make them different. We use these intros to reflect on the undertaking that this podcast was, and give a little insight into how we were feeling as we went along.
These first two episodes I was happy with. I'm happy with the second one. I was pleasantly surprised. Like, I really can't remember much of doing the whole thing, and I was pleasantly surprised at there's a cringe moment here and there, and that's always going to happen when it's completely unscripted and you're just unconsciously just chatting for 24 hours and you're already starting quite tired. In this episode,
like the title suggests, we had nothing to say. We didn't make a plan. I just paused because I just thought, we didn't make a plan. We didn't know how to put a podcast out into the world, yet 24 reputable guests did show up at all hours of the day.
I was very happy with the guests showing up, especially Sophie here's had a few drinks. She's been out. She just swung through on her way home. That was quite cool. But yeah, in this episode, listening back, I'm happy with this. I think the effects of the tiredness haven't really started to kick in too much. There are things like I am getting a bit louder and ranting a few things. I do mention something in this episode about saying sunscreen's been banned everywhere. And that's just some crazy shit I read in the newspaper that day. Like, I can't be throwing out scientific facts like that, like Joe Rogan. Like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. But yeah,
that's why we have an intro to the intro.
Yeah. So don't listen to anything I say.
And don't listen to anything I say because I have listened back to this and I don't remember. All I remember is I hated everything I said and myself.
Isn't that a great way to start the podcast? Like, we're trying to make people getting people to listen to the podcast, and we're saying, hey, remember, before you listen to this podcast, don't listen to anything I say.
Just listen to what Sophie says.
Yeah.
Babak and Ray have got nothing to say, and they're gonna try and say it all in one full day. Well, that's the world that we live in today, making things up, hoping and praying that all the guests are coming. We got a producer called you. We didn't think about the money. We're worried what we're gonna do. Babak and Ray have got nothing to say. Babak and Ray have got nothing to say. 24 episodes locked in a day, and it's Monday. Hello, you're listening to Babak and Ray Have Nothing to Say. It's 1 a.m. and it's episode 2 of our podcast. He's laughed at me already because I've done something.
He's proud. You've done a great intro. That's
I'm
what I
proud
think
because we are.
It wasn't mockery. It was purely at the undertaking we are in.
And we're doing it. We've done
one episode. We're rolling. It feels good to be rolling like this. It feels somewhat manageable. Before, today I was so today before we did this podcast, like leading up to it, you think it's really funny, and then when it became a reality, and the last few days, and particularly today and yesterday, very nervous.
What I've been nervous about, which is actually so far so good, worked out, is that Sam came here.
Oh yeah,
and he's gone, and so our next guest is here.
We do not have a guest for episode 2.
We don't keep talking about that. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, wait. We may have a guest. So I've got 2 maybes coming here. So this is the first one is a lovely person called Jenny, a photographer who I've met at Edinburgh Fringe before, and they've taken photos of different events, and they messaged me saying on Instagram saying they saw the post that you did about at one point we
had some slots free.
We had some slots free 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. We couldn't find any guests.
What's the price?
And then our 2 a.m. guest has pulled out. Anyway, long story short, when you posted that up, Jenny got in touch saying that they would love to take photos of the event and stuff like that. I spoke to Hugh and you about it, but it was just going to be too hectic to come in at the beginning and to take photos. So I told them, no, don't worry about it. However, just half an hour ago when we didn't have, or while we were doing the episode with Sam, I've sent Jenny a message saying, hey, do you want to come on at 2:00? Come in at 2 a.m.
And she said,
hey, let's do it. What's the address? So Jenny doesn't really know that they're actually a guest. That's the thing. Like,
right.
Should I tell them that they're a guest or not? Hugh, what do you think? Can we ambush someone to be a guest or?
My instinct is ambush, but I don't.
I think we should stop using the word ambush.
Okay. Surprise. Surprise them.
Is it an upgrade to be from like documenting something to being in the something? Is that?
I mean, we could just. She could just come and take the pictures. We'll just speak to her. We'll just ask her to take the pictures from that chair.
But from the chair with the microphone in front of her.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, you can take photos, but it has to be from the chair with the microphone in front of you. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's less of a surprise. It's more accidental. It's more secret guest. She doesn't realise that we've got her wired up.
Or if it could just be, people could just listen to us get our pictures taken for an hour.
But I don't know where Jenny lives. This is bad. Jenny's just coming in now. I don't know where she lives. So it's like it's 1 a.m. So. She very well could have been in bed and just coming. But I have a backup plan too if this doesn't work. I'm also going to order Deliveroo. I want a coffee and I'm going to get... I don't even drink this shit usually, these big ass.
You don't have to drink those unless you have to make the money up. I
don't drink Starbucks or any of these Pret coffees and shit like that. I can't do it. But like, if I do it, I have to go some like... chocolate frappe bullshit, you know what I mean? You can't get a regular coffee from there, I don't feel like. It's kind of like trying to get a salad from McDonald's, you know what I mean? You've got to get it's trying to get healthy there.
You have to get the thing that they want. That they specialise.
So, here's my backup plan. I have written in here, I've put your delivery address in and I have written this as a checkout. I think this might work. I hope this might work. So, as delivery instructions, I have written, we are recording a radio show podcast inside. I've given them a nice tip to begin with, £5. That's a big tip, you've got to say.
Oh, is that? When you said a big tip, I thought it was going to be a lot bigger than £5.
No, wait. I've given you a tip. We will give them a bigger tip. You give them a bigger tip after the work. You can't give them this is how you do a ransom. You give half the money first, and half the money later.
But half the money, that's like £10. I thought you're doing at least 20.
We're not even paying the actual guest. We can't be paying the Deliveroo driver £20 to come on.
All right.
Do you reckon I need to give £10? Because if I give £10 tip at the top and they don't turn up, £10 is enough not to... Okay, right. I will give... I'll write how much I'm going to give, and I will give you 20. No, that's too much. No, I'm just going to say I'll give you more if you come inside. It says here, we are recording a radio show podcast. I have given you a nice tip, and I will give you more. Please come in and say hi. Thank you very much. Okay. So this is good stuff. This is, I've also made our delivery a gift.
To who?
to us.
All right.
You can transform it into a gift.
Did they sing a song?
I've never done this before, but we'll see.
What does it? They're coming for Bo.
But look, this next guest we've got, I don't know if it comes with a bow. I don't know if it comes gift wrapped, but like,
Yeah, I need to tell you.
I've never met them before, apart
No.
from So what? Apart from just now, like I've just sang hello. I don't know when the theme song was playing.
Well,
I've never met them.
this is an old friend of mine, Sophie Heawood. She's a writer. She's a journalist. She's interviewed many celebrities for papers like The Guardian, Financial Times, and I thought maybe up the top it might be quite good to get somebody to give us some tips on how to do the celebrity interviews that are going to be happening through the course of this day.
Yeah, because Sam really took charge of that interview.
He did, but he does, and hopefully,
well, like he more so did that, like in the sense that he asked us questions.
yes, he infiltrated.
he asked us,
I don't know which room he found, and he found the emergency questions that Arthur was writing, but that's Sam. He's good at that.
Yeah, they were great questions.
But hopefully, with some input, we can start steering this thing.
Yes, we can. We had some good anecdotes on the last one too. You know, some funny stuff. Fuck your house. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you haven't listened to the last episode, you just hear that. I didn't tell Babak to fuck. Yeah, anyway, it's a callback to our previous episode.
It forces people to have to go back.
Well, I don't think anyone will listen to just one episode in the middle of this. Or maybe they would, because the guest, maybe
exactly. You have to think how it works.
Each episode, we have to remember, each episode is an isolated episode. Each episode is enjoyable in itself. Each episode should have its own anecdotes.
Maybe we should explain for if you haven't been listening to the previous episode, that we are doing these back-to-back 24 episodes, an hour at a time, and this will be this is the second one, and our second guest, and it's Sophie Heawood.
So yes, let's welcome her. What? You can't start a good story like that off air.
Yeah,
you know?
That's how they do them now. If you start mid-conversation.
If you're just listening, our guest came in and just told us the first thing. I was just talking about how SWAT team surrounded me at Scotland Yard. We have to tell her, save it for the podcast.
Yeah, it's the podcast. You don't have to say it. You don't have to save it anymore.
It doesn't stop.
Hello.
It doesn't stop. Hey, Sophie, thank you for coming on.
Hi, Ray. Hi, Babak. It's lovely to be here.
And so you've known Babak for a while. You live in the area. Is this true?
Yes.
Thank you for coming on at 1 a.m. I appreciate it.
I've just come from the pub, so I don't know how this is going to work out.
Which pub did you come in on Sunday?
The Spurs Day was open till 11, and we were going to go to the Victoria, which is open till 1, but then we went to my kitchen where there was more wine.
Okay.
So Babak and I have got you on early in the podcast because we need help learning how to interview people. Yeah.
Right. So as a journalist, my job is interviewing people. However, what I'm used to doing is interviewing quite famous actors, actresses, Hollywood types, directors, writers, creatives who usually have something to hide. So my skill is getting them to reveal the stuff they don't want to say. Is that going to be of use to you?
Oh, that's
yeah. I mean, I imagine yes. Isn't that the point of?
So what's the quick technique here? You
So
get them comfortable, and then you sneak it in there, right? Yeah.
So usually I get sent to LA to interview some sort of A-lister. There's always something their publicist has said, don't mention the divorce, the time you got a night in the cells for punching a paparazzo, the junkie years, the thing that you got cancelled for on Twitter. There's always something, and what's funny is that I take this really basic bitch approach, which really works with celebrities because these people all have a hole for love in their heart. So I always go in and I say, well, you spend the first bit buttering them up. You've done the research. You've watched their films. You've read their books. You show that you've done the work. You have to do the work. And then towards the end of it, you say to them, look, I just think, you know, that time when the tabloids really went hard on your cocaine and hooker years, that must have been so hard for you. And I know that sounds like the lamest approach, but there's a reason they're famous. They're famous because they're very, very desperate for love and attention. And they always fall for it. They always go, yes, that was very hard for me. And I say, and I just think it's terrible the way people want to write about that incredibly personal time in your life. And they say, yes, it was so awful. And then, you know, 5 minutes later, you've got all the quotes you need.
Right. I kind of feel like we've got Sophie to tell us all her secrets there. Because surely...
I'll never work again.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm done with journalism. Fuck it.
No, Sophie won't need to after this. This is the most interesting and
This is the most
captivating
interview we've done.
This is the most interesting and captivating conversation ever. But
Yeah, it's
what
also
got
your
you
first
through
one.
the hard times in life? No, I'm trying.
My heroin divorce was very painful and I don't want to talk about it. But what's the fee for this interview?
Oh, I didn't talk about that. Yeah. I think it's £5.
I've heard there's like an Uber or something.
Yeah,
you get your own Uber.
But we pay you back.
Each guest has the option to become an Uber employee after this. We will help them out and we will set it all
Do you
up.
know, I have a
We put in
friend.
a good word.
I have a friend who tried to download the Uber app to her phone when she moved to London, and she downloaded the wrong app, and every time she's being asked to go out as a driver. So maybe there's two Uber apps. There's one for the punters and one for the drivers.
I did not know
She's
that.
on the wrong one.
That's great. That's so good.
Is it that easy to just become an Uber app? Get the driver's app. That's surely...
Well, I'm going to, because our 2 o'clock guest has pulled out. So tell me what you think about
I
this.
can keep talking.
I have done 2 things. I've messaged a photographer who asked if she could photograph us. So I've messaged her and just told her yes, she can at 2 o'clock, but she doesn't know that she's the guest. She's just coming in here at 2 o'clock.
What, to take pictures?
Yeah, but we're going to make her take pictures from that chair behind the microphone. So that's one
art
guest we've got in. And then I was going to order from Deliveroo, and I've got this little description there to try and entice them.
Help riders find you. We are recording a radio show podcast. I have given you a nice tip and I will give you more. Please come in and say hi. So that's the bit where you say like, oh, the front door is like the blue one down the steps. You've actually written a whole bio.
Yeah. And a £5 little incentive. There's more where that came from.
Because I order a lot of Deliveroo and my front door is slightly in the wrong place, they never fucking read it.
But we're trying to make it go 2 ways. The guests get to become Uber drivers, and the Uber drivers get to become guests. It's a 2-way street, and everyone.
I've just realised I am listening to Rainbow. I've just found a massive pile of Haribo cola bottles on the table. If you just hear me like munching for a while, that's what's happening.
That's silent munch. That's a silent munch.
I can make it noisy.
They got silencers.
Is that silent?
It's a lockjaw situation with those. How is the hospitality area, by the way? I could put some effort into...
Well, I just met my godson, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You are the godson of Arthur.
I am the godson of an 18-year-old, yeah.
Now, godmothers, godsons, do you reckon they're still around? Are they going out of fashion now? Do people still give godson, godmother? I've got one and I like them, but I'm just not hearing about them as much as
I'm loving
you
my
used
time, but we're revealing the nepotism behind this podcast, which maybe should, maybe I should shut up.
We're meant to keep it non-personal, professional, learn about the guests.
We can't help being who we are.
No, you got me through my agent. Let's lie.
Through your...
What? I don't know what it's...
My agent.
Oh, yeah. I booked her through the agent.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Like a stream of 20% concession.
I went through Sam's agent too. And the Uber guys.
So you need
agent.
to know how to interview people. Let me give you some more tips.
Well, I
Look
feel
them in
like...
the eye.
Okay.
And do that kind of
That's quite hard.
puppy dog face. We all live on the internet, right? So it's quite rare to just look at someone. I feel like nowadays that's arresting enough.
It is
Just look at
intimidating
them.
doing
And
it.
we
You
have
look
all
quite
these,
scared, Ray. I'm really staring at you
Well,
right
it's just
now.
like we don't look people in the eyes that much anymore, so it does feel
We're
like
practically touching.
it does
just
feel
through
like
the
it
eyes.
does a bit.
It's
It
scary,
does,
isn't it?
yeah.
I'm going to stare at Babak. He's going to look away eventually.
No, I can do it, I think.
No, you can't do it. I looked away.
We've also got like every neon light we could in this room, so
Yeah.
there is a sort of interrogation lighting situation going on. So we
Can
have
I just
that.
say we are in the artist Babak Ganjay's flat where he has various of his own neon works on the wall. They say things like, art is the thing nobody asked you to do. I'm so scared of being found out and I'm not even sure what I've done. All my days without you are shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
yeah.
Just to set the
Just to set
scene.
the scene. But
I mean, the first one's very applicable for this podcast.
Well, this podcast is definitely the thing nobody asked you to do. And when friends who I saw today in the pub said, so what podcast are you going on tonight? I said, I don't think it yet exists.
No.
No, yeah, right
And they
now
said,
it's,
where can we hear it tonight? And I
It's
said, I don't
existing
think
now.
it's being broadcast tonight.
no, it's a voice recording at this point. But one day it'll grow. But yeah, thanks for doing the 24-hour voice recording, I guess.
I said, I think it's called Babak and Ray Don't Know What to Say.
Yeah, have
But
nothing
the first
to say.
time, I have nothing to say. The first time I said it, I said Ray and Babak, and then the rhyme scheme just really wasn't.
It's very clear it's got to be Babak and Ray, I think.
Shit.
Sophie and Ray, Ray and Sophie. Sophie and Ray. I think Ray goes at the end because it's got that, like,
Yeah,
word.
you've got a nice rhyme.
That
Well, it's
Rhyme.
alphabetical as well. I just thought.
Oh,
Yeah.
Picure. No, Sophie's
No,
not.
but it could have been
yeah.
Ray and Babak. Like Ray and Babak.
Yeah, but the B has to
Babak
come
and Ray.
first.
Yeah. Well, it's also, I guess Ray rhymes with more things as well for the theme tune.
Does Babak rhyme with anything?
It must do. Because it's like it's
Tony Hart's Art Attack, Babak. It's close.
attack. Yeah.
But that doesn't rhyme with Babak.
So, Sophie, can we ask, are you working on anything at the moment? What are you working on at the moment? What is, like, what do you...
I'm writing a novel set in the indie sleaze days of 2003.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
When I was a door girl at a nightclub called Trash, which was really cool.
Is that in London?
Yeah. But I'm
Yeah.
fictionalizing it. But I think the door girl, like now I'm successful, but then I was getting paid cash in hand to stand with a clipboard.
What I find weird about this, I used to work at the Curzon Soho, and I did a 12-hour shift on the day that Trash was on a Monday. It was a Monday.
Yeah, it was always a Monday.
Because I was like, did a 12 to 12 shift in the basement of the Curzon, and then we'd all go to Trash. Yes. And at the time, I didn't know Sophie.
No,
but
we
then
never met.
I can remember her from the door,
I was the door girl.
but I didn't know that for about, I don't know how many years.
We made friends years after that. Yeah, this
Basically,
was
we've all
20 odd years
been in
ago.
the same
He saw you and he said,
circle
that's the
whole
godson of my
Yeah.
child.
time. Who'd have known?
I think I became the godmother of his child. It's just deep pernickety details. Yeah, I think when you're the door girl, it's like the butler in a play. They see all, right? You can't write a work of fiction from the point of view of the manager. You have to be like the person who no one's noticed, clocking everything. So I remember my days as a door girl, and I have notes and diaries from then. I took endless notes. So now I go on Instagram and see this account called Indie Sleaze, which obviously nobody called it that then. We called it Going Out.
Yeah.
But now it's called Indie Sleaze. I'm fine with that. I'm like, yeah, it's got a name. It's got a movement.
What was different about going out then than now? Like, why is that indie sleaze here?
Cool, but
why-
apparently the kids are into it now.
But how
I mean,
come-
I've got Babak and I have both got teenage kids who sometimes dress in a way from then, which I feel is 5 minutes ago. But it's like when I was a kid, the 70s was a whole, retro movement. They see it now as a whole retro thing. It was just before social media. It was just before you had a camera in your pocket. There are some photos because somebody would turn up with a digital camera. Most of us didn't have them. Most of us went out of the house at night in the early noughties thinking we looked great. As girls, we'd like do our makeup, do our dresses, do our tights, get some great shoes. But like by the end of the night, you probably had mascara down your face. You didn't know, because unless you went to the toilet and actually were sober enough to care, you never saw your face again. So there were no photos. We were free. We were mad drunk children. I think it was just before that thing where you constantly saw your own reflection came in, and I really like that time where you could just party, and it wasn't sponsored by Red Bull, and it wasn't on Instagram the next day, and you weren't posing. I think we were like the last gasp of freedom in nightclubs.
It's even gotten worse since, like, in the last few years because of Zoom and stuff like that as well. It's like, as in how much people are aware of the way
everyone
they
sits
look.
on Zoom pretending to look at the other people in the meeting, but you just look at yourself.
But
right?
apparently, like, heaps of plastic surgery and stuff went up after COVID because of like that, because of all the Zoom meetings and everything. But because people are just seeing themselves so much, you know, like, but so after 2003 would have been phones a bit, so you would have seen that, but then Zoom and that has taken it to the next level where it's like.
Well, do you know the even next level? I read a fascinating piece the other day by somebody who had been in LA working with Kendall Jenner, who's one of the Kardashians, and she'd given up that life, so she's now free to talk about it. And she said those people now have surgery and beauty treatments to the extent where when you actually meet them in the flesh, they actually look quite odd and unappealing, because what they have had done is work that photographs really well, which is such an exaggeration, like the Brazilian butt lift, which gives you a big curvy bum, is to such an extent, and the hollowed out cheekbones and the sort of defined chin is to such an extent that it photographs incredibly well on Instagram. But actually in the flesh, the person looks quite weird. So beauty treatments have gone so far that you will accept that you actually don't look nice in person. Yeah, wow. You purely exist for the photographed image. I find that fascinating.
I mean, I do you remember when I kept complaining about being bald? I mean, everyone's heard it from me.
You've stopped recently, though.
I have stopped. You know why? Because I realised that, like, the coolest thing you could probably do is just not care. And finally, it took me so long to work this out. But like, everyone looks weird, and then it's like, I thought, oh, maybe it'll look cool.
I'll give you some evidence for that.
But I will get, like, if somebody can like laser off the back hair, I think I'd do that.
Oh, to turkey.
I don't. Is that a Turkey thing as well?
I think that's where they all go, isn't it? For the hair, to go to Turkey.
So apparently,
to take it off your back.
No, Turkey is for the teeth and the hair. Apparently now, the Czech Republic, I think it's called Czechia now. Prague is where you go for facelifts. Apparently, I've heard from my middle-aged lady friends.
Do facelifts ever work?
Facelifts are coming back, because plastic surgery was the big thing where you'd actually have like a knife and stuff going to the bone structure. Then they discovered fillers and Botox, where you just put some stuff in your skin and you don't have to cut it up. So everyone went, oh, that's nicer. Then they realised that after every 6 months you have to do it again and again, and finally your skin's kind of sagging with all this stuff in it. Whereas, so now it's come full circle and people going, oh, actually, just going under the knife is like one thing done forever. You're not in this subscription model that you are with fillers and Botox, and it's not hanging around like a cut is healed. So I think facelifts are coming back in.
They're back.
Are we going to get one?
Facelifts are back, yeah.
And I think Babak and Ray could be the guys. Maybe we'll get like a sponsorship deal in the ad break for like facelifts. I feel like.
Well, I'm gonna. Oh, it's just for the hair thing. I was like, this happened a couple of weeks ago. I had these. Started to get grey hairs on the side of my sideburns.
Starting. Welcome to my head.
I was freaking out about it. Like, and then a few days later they were gone. And I'm like, this is crazy. Like, I swear they were there, and they were gone. And there was like a lot. There were a lot of them. And I googled it, and apparently, like early on, the grey hair, if you are like, they're stress induced, and if you relax, they can go away. And that's what happened.
So that means I can tell.
This sounds like some anti-vax stuff. I'm not sure.
I saw it happen. I googled it. And then
my grey hairs are just multiplying.
Maybe they're just hidden under the
They were just there. No, there were heaps there.
Okay, this is a great radio moment where I'll all now like looking at Ray's hair. He's taken his cap off.
It
doesn't look great.
He's not stressed yet.
To be fair, it's like luscious, dark, black to brown hair. There's no grey.
Can you tell me if it is possible to regenerate grey hair? Like if grey hairs can come back? Like, so I don't want to sound too crazy.
We've got a live chat GPT bot in the room who's going to chat this.
I think it is stress induced though. I can't remember. I've got quite a lot of grey hair.
Are you suggesting that like 80-year-olds have just got stress and they haven't just had depigmented hair.
I believe what I read was stress-induced grey hair can be reversed at early stages.
How old are you?
39.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's
Yes,
true.
it's possible to regenerate grey hair in limited cases, particularly when greying is caused by factors like high stress.
What were you
I'm
stressed-
either
what were
really
you
stressed or really
about?
old.
I think I just hadn't slept and like physical stress and stuff
Well, you're
going to
be grey at the end of
And
this.
then I was like, yeah.
When Sam comes back, that's what he's going to be greeted with is grey Ray.
A couple of grey hairs. But I had about 5 or 6 on each sideburn, and then they went, and I was
You've
like,
got very nice hair, Ray, to
"Thank
be
you."
honest.
Yeah,
I'm quite
I
jealous.
get. That's why I was. Hairdressers are coming from other chairs over to my chair. They're like, come on.
What do they say?
They're all touching it, putting their hands through it.
They're like,
And
can
then
we have a go? Can we have a go on that
And I
one?
tell them, I never. I mean, I've only started shampooing and conditioning my hair very recently. I never did it my whole life, and because the hairdresser told me not to do it when I was a kid, because she said I have strong hair and it'll develop natural oils, so I never did it. And that's the story I
She
tell.
may have been right.
That's the story I tell them. I'm like, yeah,
Oh, what, you never washed your hair?
Well, I did when I come back from the beach and stuff like that, and it had stuff in it, but not. I wash it every day, but not with shampoo or conditioner. No.
The beach. Are you from Margate?
I'm from I'm from Sydney, Australia.
What?
Yeah.
So I've never really washed my face, and now in my late 40s, I seem to have good skin, which I also believe is from never washing my face.
Yeah.
So I think never washing your hair could have the same powers.
What do I have?
It's hard to know what to do because now they're recalling all the sunscreens, and you're like, that's crazy.
No, they're not recalling all that. No,
All cheap sunscreens are getting recalled. Most, like 90% of them, the cheap ones.
What? Hang on, are we going into misinformation? Can you check our broadcasting regs
Well,
here?
and like all the cheap.
Recalled? What do you mean?
In Australia, like a thing recently, because sunscreen's obviously very big. The
Yeah.
cheap sunscreens, like one by one, are like they like carcinogenic. They cause cancer. I'm not.
Is that because they didn't work? But it's not anti-sunscreen. It's anti those.
I don't know
those
100% about this. So I don't want to spread but I just
like Joe
I'm more
Rogan.
marveling at the like, what sunscreen's causing cancer? That's they're getting recalled now, and it's just happened about a few times in my life where it's like I was brought up told to have milk and bread every day, and now it's like, no, don't have milk or bread.
It is
anymore.
weird.
Just a
with-
little gluten.
Don't have
dairy
any more.
allergy.
It was like there were ads on TV, like have a glass of milk every day, have a loaf of bread, and now they're like,
Well,
no more milk, no more
we
bread,
got-
no
we
more
got-
milk, no more bread, and
got-
sunscreen's gonna kill you.
We
yeah.
got milk at school.
We did before
got free milk.
Thatcher, the
It was-
milk snatcher, came and took it away. Yeah.
It's
I used to love my little glass bottle of milk on my table.
yeah. It's like that's
It's
what
been mad to see someone drink a glass of milk now.
I find it mad. I don't really like it. I don't like thinking about it.
I do that thing when I order.
Thinking about it, the thought of it upsets you.
yeah, sort of. But it's
I'm pro milk. We have evolved, vegans. We have evolved because we, ancestrally lived in places where the water wasn't safe to drink. Our stomachs have evolved to drink cow's milk.
I agree, and meat too. But do we need to have them anymore? That's the point.
No, it's probably bollocks.
I just never liked it much. I didn't even like it.
But what was the thing that sparked this 180? Before I went on the sunscreen, what was I triggered
Who
by?
are you?
No, I was saying like they do this all the time, and I was like they just did it with a sunscreen. There was something that never mind.
Food, drink,
Something-
washing your face.
Washing your face.
I'm a big
You've been
believer in
taking
like
minutes.
not washing your face because it's got me this far.
Wow.
Maybe
Wow.
we should start taking minutes. If you haven't got enough to do.
Have you got some comedians coming on this podcast? Because I want to tell you about my bad experience with Jamie Demetriou.
Oh, please tell me about Jamie Demetriou. We need celebrity gossip.
It's not his fault. It's not his fault. Me and my daughter, who's now 14, just turned, when she was about 12, I guess that's 2 years ago, we decided to watch Stathlet's Flats, and it was a bank holiday weekend where you can just really binge load of episodes. We watched so many episodes. At the time, she didn't have a smartphone. She had like a Nokia brick phone that she used occasionally. It was in her back pocket. She was laughing so hard at Stathlet's Flats, which is one of the best ever British sitcoms, that we didn't notice at the time. Her phone had butt dialed 999. The police heard it. Her phone was unregistered because we bought it at like Argos for 14 quid. It was just a pay as you go. But what they heard was the sounds of a child in distress because she was like dying laughing at Jamie Demetriou. They decided that this was a child being assaulted. Scotland Yard, SWAT team, so they traced the call. They surrounded our property. And the only way I could get them to go away, even when I told them no, she was just laughing really, really hard. She's not being abused. She's fine. In fact, she's had the best bank holiday weekend ever. Her mum let her watch like 8 episodes of TV. The only way they agreed to go away was that if I agreed to go on a child protection register and her. So this was 2 years ago. I am still on a child protection register.
Wait.
Because of Jamie Demetriou. Because we laughed so hard at Stathlet's flats. Anyway, I forgot about it at the time. It was painful. I had to let it go. About a year later, I follow him on Instagram. He doesn't know who I am. But I do interview people like him for a living, celebrities, comedians, actors, writers. Anyway, about a year later, he mentioned that Stathlet's Flats had been picked up, something like Netflix or maybe some American thing. It was having a new lease of life. It had finished in England. So I thought this is a great time to message him and tell him my story. Surely he's a funny guy. He'll find this funny. So I messaged him, and it took like quite a few, Instagram DMs to tell this whole story. It's a bit rambling. Finally, Instagram pops up going, this person is not following you back. You have sent so many messages in a row. We consider this to be harassment. I'm like, it's happening again. So I start going, delete. And then it's going, no, you can't delete these messages, but you can only send one. Finally, the dust settles from my mad button pressing frenzy on Instagram. The only message left being sent to a man who doesn't know who I am, but can click on my profile and see, journalist, has written for The Guardian, The Sunday Times, maybe, followed by a decent number of people. The only message that gets through, which I then can't delete, it starts in the middle of the story. It says to him, and then Scotland Yard said because she was a minor, they had to stay outside my house, and because of the abusive nature of the situation, right? That's like all the message says to this guy. Anyway, at this point, I'm like, oh my God, Jamie Demetriou is going to think I'm a monster. So then I decided to write a Substack about the situation. I wrote a whole blog post, left it public, didn't lock it, and said, please, if anybody knows this guy, can you send this to him? Because I'm now worried that I'm A, on a Scotland Yard register, and B, have sent him a message suggesting that I abuse minors. So I wrote this piece, it got some laughs, somebody sent it to him, and I got word back from someone that he had read it and he thought it was funny. And then he DM'd me on Instagram and said, oh, yes, your message was really blood-curdlingly chilling. So I was like, oh, God. But, like, our mutual friend has sent me and it's okay. So then a few weeks later, I went to an event in Hackney at the Moth Club and he was there. And I went, oh, my God. So I went up to him, really excited. I went up to him and said, Jamie, it's me. And he started, like, being like, get away from me. And I was like, this is the 4th time this has happened to me. Finally, he goes, oh, it's you. That was really weird. Yeah. And then I said, can I have a selfie? And he was a bit like, what? I now have a selfie of me smiling and him being like, who the fuck is this nutter? So I think he needs to come on this podcast.
We'd love to get Jamie on. We have a spot opened up at 2 a.m. actually.
Could somebody ring him right now? I'm just going to put this out here, guys. I don't think it should be me.
If you can ring him multiple times, the technique I would do is just keep ringing till he answers, sort of thing. Just
I remain on a Scotland Yard watch list.
Has that ever come up though? That list, like, what I
was told was if I do one false move, like just a little bit beat up my kid, just a little bit. It's not going to go great for me. So I'm trying to stay on the straight and narrow.
How long does it for life?
Well, I don't know, and I don't really know who to.
How long till you can start abusing them kids again? When are we back?
It's really. Oh, my hands are tied, Ray. It's so tricky. It's a fine line.
I got distracted trying to work out what Ray's. What are you doing?
His hands are literally tied.
Like,
is he texting? Can we get... Look, we're not broadcasting live, so this won't work, this shout-out, but can we get Jamie Demetriou on this? I would DM him, but he still doesn't follow me, so I will once again get done for harassment of a celebrity.
No, and I've got a feeling I took that picture for you, so you probably won't. That would be an ambush. See?
Well, if you're wondering what I was doing, I've just ordered us some coffees, and their estimated arrival time is 2:05 to 2:35, and that could be our potential guest. Okay. Oh, and I've made this this delivery a gift, which is something I've
Yeah, I
never
still
done
don't know
before
what
either.
that actually means. It's a gift
Make
to
it a
ourselves.
There's a little option at the end. So you're a big Uber Eats person, and because Babak and I are big Uber Eats people ourselves.
I like Uber Eats, like Deliveroo.
We
I've got better at tipping since Keir Starmer said they're asylum seekers who need to be stopped. Since then, I give everyone big tips.
Well, I've always had a great idea, and I'd like to put this out there to Deliveroo. It's a little subtle change, and I think everyone's a winner here. If they just change it to Tipperoo, right? Everyone's going to have a little laugh. Go, I'll give it a little Tipperoo. I'll give it a little Tipperoo. Everyone's going to get tipped. Their driver's getting paid better. Everyone's tipping. It's
But
fun.
how does it work?
It's just called. Instead of saying tip, would you like to give a Tipperoo?
Oh, would you like?
And
It
I
means
thought-
instead
I
of
thought-
spending
I thought-
£22 on a cold burger, you're going to spend £26.
But
I think
it's-
that's the
they-
vibe.
No, I
tip
think
it
he's
fun.
just meaning rather than put tip, it just says Tipperoo.
It's called Tipperoo instead of calling it tip.
It sounds very Aussie, I have to say.
Well, Deliveroo it sounds Aussie. So it's
I mean, it
Deliveroo,
does.
Tipperoo,
Shit, they're already there.
and you want to know the irony? Deliveroo went bankrupt in Australia, and we're the only ones with the kangaroo. You know, like, it's so bullshit. I was so annoyed, and then I was like, when I came over here, I was like, I can't believe everyone's got Deliveroo. I thought like we just had that. Like, why don't they have like their own animal? What deliver?
What would we
lion,
have,
the
though? What
lion
would we
or whatever
have,
lion.
Wait,
The
is
three
it?
lions,
I've-
deliver
Oh, the
lions.
lions.
The
Can
three
I just
lions.
Sounds
say,
British, though,
I've only
really.
just realised, is it a kangaroo?
It's a kangaroo.
That's what roo.
Yeah.
Deliveroo. And I
Is
guess
that-
that they're
I think
hopping
the
around.
logo
I guess
is a
they're
kangaroo.
hopping around. They're hopping around.
But that sort of turquoise shape.
Yeah.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I
And that's
think
why
so.
it's Tipperoo. That's why I'm saying Tipperoo would be a good marketing
Okay,
thing.
yeah, that would have
to
been a
make-
good place to start. I didn't realise it was based on a kangaroo.
Well, so
Everything
Babak
you
and-
order comes from Australia.
That's why it's cold.
Yeah.
Well, Babak and I got we ashamed. I don't know if we should be proud of this or ashamed of this.
Probably
But
ashamed.
we must have been two of Deliveroo's best users. He's the only other person I know that got this.
This is why you're both bankrupt, right?
We got yeah, I guess so. But we got invited to trial a new membership level of Deliveroo.
That's when you're like, my wife has really left me.
Invite only. I think this thing was for like corporations and stuff like that. And
We were getting invited to. We were getting invited to.
This is big divorced dad energy.
We were getting invited to meals out.
yeah, we were getting invited
is
to like
the opposite.
events for
the
Deliveroo.
whole
Yeah.
point is that you don't want to leave the house.
That's the point. And we were like, who's going to be there? Other Deliveroo members at the dinner. I'm like, we have to have dinner with the members.
Loser.
With the members. And then like, but it was called.
I think that was an ambush.
There was Deliveroo. There's like Deliveroo. You know, there's regular Deliveroo member or whatever, Deliveroo bronze, and then there's Deliveroo silver or whatever, Deliveroo gold, and then
CEO
this was Deliveroo
Deliveroo.
Diamond Plus.
Yeah, Diamond Plus.
And it wasn't
And you both happened
and you,
to get this.
you weren't
in
able to
terms
go to it. Like you couldn't go to it on your app. Like it comes up. It was a special thing for our app, like a special feature. And I couldn't find anyone else that had it apart from Babak and I. And the Diamond Plus would like guarantee you time to the minute, like sort of thing, and like you could get.
It still wasn't that.
Did you have
it
to
wasn't
pay
all-
extra?
No, I think
No,
we
no.
got
If
given
anything,
it.
you were
I
getting-
think I feel like
You had paid £4,000.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
given it as a free trial. We were the trial people for it, like sort of
we
thing.
didn't
But, like,
continue
I
with-
remember the events when they were inviting us to the events. It was like, what's going on? And then we weren't going to go to one. Remember, we were going to get tuxedos. And go
Yeah, we
back
were going to get
together.
tuxedos. But we
I
didn't
feel
go.
like they should have done a collab with like Fathers for Justice.
I don't know who Fathers for Justice
Yeah,
are.
you can imagine.
It was this movement when some divorced dads felt the law courts weren't taking their needs seriously enough. So a lot of divorced dads who didn't get to spend enough time with their kids got together and they would like scale a big London building dressed as Batman and Robin. But I feel like there could be a
But
tie-in.
what rights are we fighting for with the Fathers for Justice?
like more time with their kids.
So
Things like
it-
that.
it-
Oh, right.
Custody.
Oh,
I
It
imagine.
turned out that a lot of Fathers for Justice were people who weren't allowed to see their kids for legal reasons. So I'm
Because
thinking
they
a
were
lot
dressed-
of
because they were
time
dressed as-
to get a Deliveroo.
It's because they were
maybe?
dressed as Superman standing on.
Yeah,
on-
it turned out there were reasons some of
Yeah.
them couldn't see. I'm just thinking it's got big divorce energy. This
What,
like,
our Fathers,
Diamond
our
Plus
Diamond
energy.
Plus energy, yeah.
I mean,
guess
yeah,
so.
I mean, it's not something to really. We shouldn't mention it too many times. That's the thing. But there's not much else we.
But did you had what 1 week of bliss with it? Or?
I had a good month. I mean, I had a good month or so.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
it,
I mean, I don't remember. I don't remember taking it. I'm not the Diamond Plus member now.
No,
back
no,
down
they've
to,
So
taken
like,
us,
they
yeah.
must have wanted
level.
us to pay for it at some point. I didn't continue.
I think it's expensive. I think it was something like
I think you're meant to
£20
have
a month or
staff.
something like that.
I think you're meant to like. It's
Staff,
like if you
yeah.
want to pay for 20p like lunch for your company.
Yeah.
So it's just me and Ray.
So we've been ordering.
Both have it.
We've been ordering as much as corporations to qualify for this qualify for this, which is
I'm kind of impressed by it.
yeah.
It's hot.
And then we had, then the other day, just lucky this order's come here because the other day, it was like 3 days ago when we were working on this and setting it all up, I ordered us lunch and we'd spoken about lunch, which we'd picked out what we were going to get. We added all these extras in and we make, it's a big thing, you know, and I was hungry.
He was very
and
hungry.
We were working hard and I was just looking, we were talking about it along the way, every way, and then it's about a minute till it gets here and I realise it's going to my address. Here.
Which is not here.
No.
And what did you do?
I just sort of threw my phone into that couch over there and then hid.
Oh, you did.
I once had that we'd moved house and I sent the pizza to my old address, but I knew the guy who was living at my old address, and because I live in Hackney and both addresses were in Hackney, he skateboarded my pizza round to me, which was quite
That
nice.
is pretty cool.
I've done that thing where I've
Double time.
ordered when I shouldn't have and fallen asleep instantly, like and woken up the next morning and surprisingly just outside, completely
And was
cold.
it still warm?
I've done
It weirdly
that
was
too.
because these days it does, because we have because I have a very fancy wine bar under my flat these days.
Yeah.
The Fox is a Fox hotspot. I could learn how to say that properly.
Yeah.
It's not a phrase, but like
It's a
if I'm
hot
getting,
spot for urban foxes to
Yeah.
come and rummage in the bins.
yes,
Yeah.
but like
So they got your Mackie D's.
was it Mackie D's? Probably
Maybe it
not.
was like fancy
I
pizza.
guess to be honest, when it's that late and you pass out, it's gonna be.
It's not Franco Manca.
No, it's not. It's gonna be something that I
Yeah.
shouldn't have said any of this. Cut it. Cut
Are
it here.
we sponsored by these people? Can we get a Franco Manca? Because I like their pizzas a lot.
We're actually we're kind of sponsored by Yard Sale.
do have a
At
pizza
six-
sponsor,
six-
actually.
six-
We do have a
Oh, they're
pizza.
the best of all. They're
Yeah,
much
yeah,
better than
six-
a yard sale. Are delicious.
We have Babak's got us a sponsor. Do you want
In 16 episodes time,
Wait,
we.
episode 18 it's coming on. Or no,
I don't know. 6 o'clock. I haven't done the maths, so I was just guessing.
6
and-
o'clock.
s-
No, 6 o'clock will be 1800
In-
and then that will be one episode
In
plus,
about-
so 19. That'll
in
be episode
about-
19. So episode...
Can we talk about how
In
you
about
guys
4
are going
months, we're getting a pizza.
Yeah.
Right. Can we talk about how you guys are going to stay up all night?
Couple of coffees.
Do
I
you
feel
not
like...
think these lights are going to be enough?
They're quite interrogative. Is that the pronunciation?
Well, this is what I thought would be
So-
funny. Is that it's like a reverse interrogation where we will start crying and the guests will be.
Yeah.
laughing at
I mean,
you.
to be honest, I think that's already happened.
Yeah.
I think
The
that
guests-
happened with the episode 1.
Well, it has been reversed interrogation in the sense of the guests have been doing a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yes.
a lot of it.
Guest. I think I'm guest 2.
Yeah.
So someone I know, the musician Chili Gonzalez, got into the Guinness Book of Records by playing the longest solo concert ever. He's now been beaten, but a few years ago he got, and I think he had a 26 or 27 hour concert, and people would buy tickets in Paris for different slots like this. You get the 1 a.m. slot, the 5 a.m. slot, and he had a judge there from the Guinness Book of Records, and he told me that every hour, I think it was 50 to 55 minutes of piano. That's his thing. He's a pianist. And then he was legally allowed a 10-minute break. And he still got in the Guinness Book of Records. But during the 10-minute break, they told him, they gave him advice, the Guinness people. And I thought they'd say to go somewhere like cold, because if you're in a concert hall, lots of people, you're playing, you're sweating. He's quite a sort of energetic player. I thought they'd say to go somewhere cold. And I think, unless I'm remembering this arse over tit, they told him to go somewhere really hot in his 10-minute break. So that's the wisdom I'm passing on to you
Why?
two.
What's the logic though?
I don't understand. I just thought surely you'd go and get like a breath of fresh air, like open a window, blast of cold air. They told him to get a blast of hot air to keep him awake.
Really?
But you're on a podcast where we are talking a lot of hot air.
Yeah.
So maybe you don't need it.
I mean, I thought it would be cold, but actually, I think the lights do ads, like it's gonna get musty.
My prediction is this. I mean, that's so far so good, but the next few hours I think will be a bit tough. Then when we get into the morning,
The
I
daylight
think
will come in.
circadian rhythms
Yeah.
will kick in, and then when you get
Well, Balmac's not got proper curtains, so you'll be fine.
but when we get to about 5, I think
There are blinds.
5, 6 o'clock are going to be tough again. Like 5, 6 o'clock in the evening, it's going to be harder. I think.
So why, if you're not broadcasting a marathon live, if this is being broadcast as a series of weekly?
Yeah, weekly. Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
We did
to
6
us?
months worth of work in one day. We are time management, time
Is
optimization.
this to do with like your benefits claim, so you can sign on?
We didn't think of that. But the option to sign on now exists.
Yeah. Our producer Hugh has a day rate, so we thought we could save a lot of money if we get them all done today. You know, we just get them all done, and then we sell them individually. If we can sell each episode right for £1,000, that's nothing. That's nothing. 10,000, even that that's a bit, but it's not unreasonable. We are looking at 240,000. So we're pretty much making £240,000. We're pretty much
I'm
made
not
200.
Paid any guests, so we
We're
can't
Can I
talk about
just
money.
say that I think 1,000 times 24 is not 240.
No, I said 10,000 would be 240,000. So
okay.
1,000 would be
But
24,000.
there's two
But maybe
of
I'm wrong
you,
even
so you
about
only
that.
get 120k each.
Yeah.
With some expenses for like the Haribo and
Exactly, and the Ubers and stuff like that. And
Kangaroo.
then, yeah.
I was out with a
Kangaroo.
friend tonight in the pub. He's from California.
Yes.
And he said he'd been doing years of therapy. And in California, you can do some pretty out there therapy. So after the first few years of trusting his therapist, she said, do you want to do ketamine and LSD therapy? And he ended up saying yes. And I was like, what? This is making me quite nervous for you. This isn't recreational drugs. This is you in a room with a woman who you're not married to and you can't touch. And this feels quite weird. And he said, yeah, and also you're there for a long time. And I said, so how long is an LSD or ketamine therapy session? He said 12 hours.
Wow.
What the fuck? You're not with a bunch of mates. You can't light a spliff. You can't do whatever.
So what? You just
You go on this guided journey into parts of yourself. And I said, so hang on. If a therapist in California, they're quite expensive, right? We're talking maybe $100, $200, $300 an hour. This is San Francisco. Things cost a lot there. I said, so how much is one trip with a therapist? And he said, oh, yeah, it's $3,000 a session. Imagine paying $3,000 to take acid or ketamine.
That's like that ayahuasca. It'd be like an ayahuasca thing, right? Like,
yeah. He said it was life-changing, and I've known him for years. He seems in a fantastic state. So I'm now
so you only
thinking...
have to do it the one time.
No, he did a sort of sequence of them, but I'm now thinking that maybe your podcast could sort of up its...
We should take ketamine.
I'm not saying you should.
Okay, we heard it here from the journalist. Take ketamine.
But that's then once you get addicted to the ketamine, then she then tries to get the secrets out of
Well,
you.
and also
about-
she's
see.
provided the cat, and you might not have a dealer, so you're in for life.
My brother went to. He's like a corporate guy, and he doesn't. It's not like doesn't see.
He's got
therapists or
Diamond
anything like
Member
this.
Plus.
And then he doesn't. You know, he's a very much like he's a mathematician, corporate guy.
Yep.
And he burned himself out through his work, and he went to this like health farm and like health retreat sort of thing. And he said that part of it there was animal therapy. Like you talk to, I think this is like a rich person thing. You talk to like a horse. And the horse, and you have this. It's a special type of horse, and apparently
It's
this
a real horse.
Apparently, this is becoming more and more popular, and it's like there's certain types of animals that are very perceptive towards human beings, like emotions and the way they react to things and stuff like that. So you have these questions, and you just have to talk about them, and the animals jump and move based off like the way you talk about
But I'm
things.
confused. Are you in the stable?
I'm not sure how the logistics of it exactly, but
We're not sure he was in a stable condition.
But yeah, the animal therapy is it's a thing. Yeah,
Can I just
sometimes.
say, on a consent basis, had the horse signed up to be?
Oh,
his
the horse went to
therapist?
university for 4 years. Yeah.
Okay.
The horse
got
was
the degree,
qualified,
got the degree,
Yeah, because
and
in
then,
that world, there's a lot of naysayers.
yeah, the horse is doing its masters at the moment, so yeah, it's actually really good. But Sophie, you've been a fantastic guest. Can I ask, what are you up to tomorrow or today? Really?
Yes, today.
As a freelancer, right, you have like 2 months where nobody pays you and you're sort of subsisting on baked beans, and then suddenly everyone who's owed you
Only
money
2
for
months.
months pays you at once. The other day, everyone paid me at once, and I thought I was so rich that I signed up for this facial tomorrow morning. My mum won't hear this, right? I don't even get
I hope-
facials. This is a world I don't live in.
If we do this
I
right,
was
your mum will hear
influenced
this.
by some models on Instagram. I've signed up for a facial that costs £280.
Oh.
So
Well-
apparently it's not just great for your skin, it's like some holistic, lovely, almost massage, like horse therapy experience. And I've just realised that the one day of my life I'm getting the 280 quid facial is when I'm going to have had about 5 hours sleep from your stupid fucking podcast.
Well, but is that what you need?
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
already done this on like Wednesday tea time. I've picked like crack of dawn Monday morning.
Yeah.
I've really messed
It's
this
just
up.
taking you back to normal. The facial will.
She's
She's just going to be like pronging the hangover. Oh God! So that's what I'm doing tomorrow, and it's all your fault.
It is all our fault. Yeah. Oh well.
No, we didn't book the facial, to be fair. It's like-
I mean, she's making more money in an hour than you're making in 24 hours. So
Not when we sell it.
no, when we sell this, it's,
Oh, when we sell it, yeah, she'll be doing a podcast herself.
we
once she
hold
sees
all
how
the
successful we
cards
are.
on this
Yeah.
because we hold
because
all the
nobody
cards.
asked for the cards.
Nobody
We don't-
asked.
You still got them.
We don't. The only cards we actually hold are these Leeds tarot cards I bought. Which
Yeah.
might-
I'm from near Leeds.
Oh, really? You might know some of the artists. Well, I thought it was Leeds Football Club tarot
I don't
cards.
think that makes it better.
Well, that's what I did. Well,
So that white rose is the white rose of Yorkshire. Celebrity gossip for you. When Prince Andrew, the now shamed royal, was made Duke of York.
allegedly.
When he married Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, and the Queen gave them this new duchy, they became Duke and Duchess of York, and they came to York, and I was a kid in York, and I was very excited to go and meet the royals. And my mum was like, "What the hell are you doing?" "All right, we'll go in the car." I met him. He was thick as mince, and then he was carrying a bunch of red roses for his wife, and the Yorkshire Evening Press the next day carried this dramatic headline saying, "The Duke of York betrays us with his Lancastrian roses," because in the Wars of the Roses, we're talking the Middle Ages, Lancaster had the red roses, Yorkshire had the white ones, and he was seen as a traitor forevermore. So he ruined his stall early in life by only having a red rose. This is the true Yorkshire rose, the white one.
See, it was worth buying those tarot cards.
Just for that.
Just
Just for
for
that
that.
sign off. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
I just
Sophie.
want to eat all the sweets. I'm
You've
gonna
been
have to
a
go.
You can-
fantastic guest. We
you're
really
welcome to take the
appreciate it.
sweets.
You need them. You have many more victims to
Have a great facial tomorrow. Thank you. We will tell Jamie Demetriou that
You're out to get him.
you're out to get him to watch your back, Jamie Demetriou. Sophie's out for you. But thanks, Sophie, and thank you for listening.
Let's go to Tesco. Let's go to Tesco. There's a place around the block where people like to go and flock. And the shelves are fully stocked. Well, that's the Tesco way. Perusing round the aisle, you've been there for a while. 'Cause these prices make you smile. Well, that's the Tesco way. It's like the company made a pact to fight injustice, put it under attack. £3.40 sandwich, drink and snack. Well, that's the Tesco way. When you've given up on life, got no money, divorced your third wife, Kit Kat chunky, half price. That's the Tesco way. Let's go.